Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, the fantastic news is, as of just looking at my phone, 104 subscribers. That's an amazing, for somebody who, talks a little rubbish and or does know a little bit about beer and that. 5 years in the industry and massive fan of beers for a lot longer than that. It's great. So thanks for everybody who subscribes, and if you're new, please subscribe and click that funny bell thing. You'll laugh at some of the reviews, you might disagree on some reviews, but I'll always say what I think, and honesty is the best policy. So today, the review is, and I've already opened the can because I had some last night. I've got a stinking cold, and in the middle of the night when you're thirsty as hell, and I thought, what can I have? And I thought, I don't know, I'll have a bit of that Strongbow. So Strongbow dark fruit. This has revolutionised the cider industry. I actually had a can of this. It was brought to me by a rep for Strongbow, or Heineken, who actually owned Strongbow. Heineken owned the Strongbow brand, Bulmers, Foster's, in this country anyway. Foster's, Desperados they deal with, John Smith's, the list goes on and on. Anyway, yeah, I had a can brought to me. It was a plain can to try. It says there's a new brand coming out. Would you like to try it? I says, yeah. Free beer? Free ciders? I'll drink anything for free. As long as it tastes nice, obviously. But yeah, and at that time I said to her, this tastes like alcoholic Ribena. Fantastic. And now, 4 or 5 years later, because it's been a while, I mean, this was on my first stint at Arnold Sainsbury's in Nottingham, and I left there in 2014, got back in 2015, didn't last long. My mum had died from cancer, was dying and then died from cancer, and it all went downhill from there, my relationship with Sainsbury's, sadly, but got some great mates there nonetheless. So yeah, we'll give it a pour. So it has been copied since, as all good beers and ciders do get copied, and lagers. And Aldi have got their, I think it's Aldi, or is it Lidl? Aldi have got Woodgate, Lidl have got Taurus. I'm sure it might be the other way round. Both actually quite good brands. Not quite as good as the original. Now, Strongbow bought this out because Copperberg and McCorderlig were ruling the cider, the fruit cider brands. There's no doubt about it. They slaughtered Strongbow. Strongbow being a more traditional, at that time, more traditional cider with the apple and pear, and in the cans. I didn't really see it in bottles much. They bought dark fruits out, then they bought Citrus Rave out. Citrus Rave didn't seem to last very long, and then also Cloudy Apple, which again, don't seem to see it often these days. But this fella, this has been around for a while now. So, there's the colour. It's already fizzed out. That's because I opened it already. But this is from fridge. When I drank it last night, it wasn't from the fridge. It tastes a lot better from the fridge, as all ciders and lagers do. Beers, most beers, better at room temperature rather than fridge temperature. So, lovely dark colour. It looks like alcoholic Ribena. It looks like Ribena. The aroma, lovely dark fruits, exactly what it says on the tin. Now, I always thought this was more than 4%, but it's actually 4%. But the pricing for this is actually quite higher. And it was supposed to, I'm sure when it first came out, it was 5%, I'd love to double check. It might have even been 5.5%. Cider with blackcurrant and blackberry juices and flavours. Crisp apple cider combined with refreshing blend of dark fruit, delivering Strongbow's signature cut-through refreshment. 10 cans of premium cider. Oh. So I don't think there's any reviews on the internet. Sadly, there is actually. Oh, there is some reviews on Rate Beer. So that's surprising because they don't normally do cider reviews. So on Rate Beer, bear in mind it's a beer review website, not a cider review website. So brewed by Bulmers Cider, Strongbow, Heineken, all the same. 2.31 out of 5 from 65 ratings. Pinch of salt there, because again, the vast majority of these people will not be cider drinkers. So, someone's put absolutely unreal drink. Crack one open on the Trent 9am and everyone is jealous. Yeah, and he gave that a 5 out of 5. A little bit. There we go. 3.3 out of 5. Nice taste, drink, cheap, better than Copperberg. Old Mount, they are even sweeter. Yeah, Old Moat, that should be, I presume. Reviews not very clever here. 3.8 out of 5. Raspberry colour and aroma with pink foam. Sweet cider flavour with raspberry giving a little tartness. Another one. 3.1 out of 5. Clear dark, small white head. Dough wild berries. Flavour is wild berries. Tart note. Fairly well tasting cider. So yeah, the reviews on the internet, not the greatest reviews. Obviously I know more about the history of this because I was there just before it came out and when it came out, and all the fanfare that came with it. Oh, lovely fruity taste. Definitely on a par with the Copperbergs and the Corderligs, you know, and the Auskers, who seem to be coming out with lots of different ciders. Yesterday, even though I was bloody ill, I went to Own Bargains in Hucknall, Nottingham. Bear in mind, I do live in Nottingham, so you try and go to the nearest ones. And they had the lemon ginger cider, what I got last week for £1, but they also got a passion fruit cider and lime something cider. So I got them as well for £1 each. You cannot fault it for £1. It's got to be worth a try. And for review purposes, always worth a try. Yeah, lovely tartness to it. You know, you can see why this, I think this is the brand leader now with regards to fruity ciders. It is a very nice fruit cider. Some idiot, and bear in mind this is 12 o'clock on a Sunday, some idiot's letting fireworks off. We're in February, not bloody bonfire night, not near Christmas, January, you know. Oh God, there's idiots everywhere, isn't there? So, I'm going to have to give it a score out of 5. And we're scoring this for the fact that it's a cider, not a beer, not a lager. I don't mix. I review a cider out of 5. I review beers out of 5. So ciders, beers, real ales and craft beers these days have evolved so much that sadly ciders and lagers can't really compare. But they compare in their own way, which is why I review everything out of 5 in my own way. So, great taste, good looks, great taste. Not bad price, could be cheaper, but great aroma from it. Looks good, you know, it delivers. You're never going to get drunk on it. It's 4%, so you're never going to get battered on this. Not unless you really don't drink very often, and you know it's your first one. Because it's available in can form and then also crates, you know, it's probably the cheaper of the top end fruit ciders, thus making it one of the biggest sellers. Because if you can buy something for 50-60 pence a can, when you buy 20 cans, you know, it's always going to be a bigger seller, you know. So out of 5, oof. Not quite the number one cider. I haven't quite made my mind up on what's number 1. I've got some review stuff in the shed, in the beer room. When I move back there soon, some ciders, and there's a couple of flavours there that, you know, I think one of them is my number 1. But it's a top 10 cider for sure. So I'm going to give it a 4.6 out of 5. Bearing in mind this is a cider review. At the ciders, 4.6 out of 5. If it went smack up against in the beer category, it'd be a different kettle of fish. But we are not talking about beers, we're talking about ciders. Hence the score. But yeah, very nice. You can see why it's at number 1. And yeah, Strongbow doing really well with that. Shame they got rid of the citrus rave. That was a lovely cider. You know, citrusy cider, really nice. But I suppose if it's still available, I don't know. But you know, I suppose they can only give a shelf life to so many products. And if you're paying for them that shelf life, which supermarkets make, because they'll make companies pay for that life. You know, it's not always about what the companies will choose so many, but they'll make people pay to have their stuff on their shelves. Didn't know that, did you? But yeah, maybe not all companies, but certainly the bigger ones. But yeah, very nice cider. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.